Hello everyone, Nin Hao. Hope you're all doing well. And let's get this set up. It's been a little while. I can't believe it's been so long since we've done a live stream. But we got a few interesting updates for sure. And then if I can balance out my webcam, that'd be nice. There we go. Hope you're all doing well. Enjoying the beautiful weather. We finally got spring here in Seattle. It's been procrastinating. Beautiful day yesterday. Went to the Tulip Festival. And then today it is cold again. So wait for a few folks to join in here. And then a few topics. Going to talk about the drought this year. Denong's new production. Difficulty with gathering tea this year. Size of cakes. Update on the Taiwanese tea shipment coming in from Taichung. And little boxes. I don't know if you all remember those famous mountain teas. I've been starting to drink them a lot. Went through almost every mountain in there. And then an update on tea arrival. And a few other things. So if you got questions, drop them in the comments below. I can see them here. A little something fun today. Never thought I would be drinking this, but this is a tea gel. So when I went to, and there was a few of them, they're kind of like these small 1 gram wrappers. I went to see Elaine, Denong Tea Company, I think last month. I can't believe maybe it was 2 months ago. Very interesting experience with her. We got a few updates on teas. Originally, they said there was going to be 1 raw, 1 ripe. Now we've gotten a little bit deeper into the season. They have done a harvest. They took a lot of orders. A lot of companies have taken a lot of orders to do productions of raw and ripe tea this year. And they have even issued refunds to a lot of those orders because there's been such a drastic drought, famine. That's the wrong word that was translated from Chinese. I thought drought, severe drought, that's what I wanted to say. And that has led to a extreme reduction in large area productions, particularly of smaller trees. There were a few lots of tea that were able to produce material. Those were predominantly from older tea trees because they have that deep root structure, can bring up the nutrition and moisture, but even those production quantities were quite limited. And it looks like Denong has officially only produced 1 raw tea so far. On the wrapper it looks like QU, but we also saw a misspelling of OU, so it'll be interesting what that name comes out to be. But that has been produced. Originally she also said 100 gram, 200 gram, and 357 gram wrappers. However, she's updated me there's probably only going to be 200 gram sizes. We don't even know if there will be a ripe tea production this year, so it looks like we're down to 1 tea, 200 gram size for the raw from those older tea trees, probably very similar to Zanfeng of last year, which was a very incredible tea. And so now we have to think, is this drought going to have a positive effect or a negative effect on the tea? If we look at previous years, something like Mountain Oasis, very strong positive effect. However, some of those teas, those factory teas, did not use the oldest of the tea trees. So they were blended in with some production teas, factory farm teas, still old tree. And then you had teas like Yu Le, that had a drought affection. Wasn't so positive, a strong tea, still a very good tea, nonetheless. But it'll be interesting to see, is this going to be really positive or negative? Because now our new standard really is this 2022 Zanfeng raw and ripe, which I think were incredible teas. Better than previous years, for sure, especially the ripe tea. Drinking that a lot. So if this is from older tea trees and is a drought, that could be something really to look forward to, actually. And I like kind of the limited edition 200 gram size. I quite like that size of cake. Denong doesn't produce a lot of those, so that'll be another unique feature to that. So that's really all the information I have on that, unfortunately. And of course, there was little descriptions he sent my way from the factory manager that said the old tea trees used their reserves, and the tea, the limited amount of poured tea this year in this spring from old tea trees was fragrant and sweet and long lasting. So that's not much to go on, right? All all old tea trees, they use that description. So that's the update on that. I wanted to get you all that information fast. The next one is going to be Taiwan shipment. So thanks to those that placed an order. So potentially we'll bring in some tea from my Taiwanese inventory. We have teas like Enchanting Beauty from 2015, Sweet Clarity 2016. We have the Jingu Bulong brick from 2010, all dry storage since those productions. A few months after production, they went to Taiwan, so very humid storage compared to somewhere here like America. So we're bringing those in. That'll be shipped out May 5th, May 6th, I hope. And that should arrive a few days after that. So you can look forward to that live stream next month. I will be doing, of course, ship those orders out so people can taste those. And then I'm going to do a video of tasting kind of more humid wet storage with dry storage. Tasting some of those same teas back to back. Because that'll be a fun comparison. Because some of those teas now, almost 10 years old. So that storage has had a very unique effect on those teas. So look forward to that. Also, little boxes. It's another thing I wanted to quickly dive into. You all probably remember those extremely expensive little boxes from Danong that have the 7-gram bricks from various famous mountains. Or you can just buy one famous mountain in those bricks. And I tried the Jingmai for the first time. So I've tried Yibang, I've tried Danong, Yiwu, and Jingmai. And I don't know if it is the effect of being compressed so tightly and then pressed into an airtight little box for so long. But they really cannot compare to the 2017, 2018, 2019 famous mountain cakes from Jingmai, Bulong, or Yiwu. I really feel like they are really far apart. When you try those little bricks, you don't get that sugary sweetness off that first infusion that I usually really look forward to in famous mountain teas. And I just don't know if that's just because of the compression and there isn't a lot of airflow. And maybe that's making the tea feel asleep. Like I still get the body feeling when I drink the tea. And the thickness and the comfortable feeling in my body and almost want to sleep. But the taste profile, I'm missing quite a bit. So maybe if you do have some of those little boxes, just open them up a little bit, allow some airflow every once in a while. They may just take a longer time to really open up. I've noticed that with Jingmai. It took about a year in a cake for that Jingmai King of Mountains to really open up and show itself. It kind of was asleep after production, and then it really starts to open up. And maybe with these little boxes, it's going to take 2 years instead of 1 year, something like that. So just a note, something to play around, especially if you have a few of those. Probably want to open those up. We covered that. Originally 100, 200 gram, and 357 gram productions this year. That's not going to happen. It looks like we're only getting one 200 gram size. When can we get these? So tea's been picked, packed for the most part. They're probably be shipping it over here pretty soon. And usually we would have the tea arrive in June, though it may arrive a little bit earlier. So it might arrive maybe late May in California. We probably won't see pre-orders available till July or something. There's usually a little bit of lag. They tend to be a little busy. So I would say send over your emails to them maybe late May, June, check in. Maybe they'll just purchase them before they list them on the website. If not, we're probably not going to be able to purchase until June, July, maybe even later than that. There don't seem to be any urgency to sell that tea. No pre-orders, of course, so sorry about that. You're probably going to be paying full price, especially with this drought. So those are most of the updates. I have a few updates from Duanzong. He was here in Los Angeles and Nevada a month ago, and he sent me some teas. And he usually sends me over his green tea that I really like, the golden, which I think I posted, and then I pulled it back after I tasted it. I was so excited about it. And he had a severe drought, and he said there was almost no production of tea this year, and the tea was such limited quantity or not tasty, so he didn't pack a lot. Very weak flavor. It's funny. Teas like white, oolong, black, green teas don't usually have a beneficial effect from droughts. Neither do small bush pour teas. Most teas are not going to have a beneficial reaction to a drought. However, old tea trees, really old tea trees, it's really a flip of a coin. You make it a very unique, atypical taste profile, which obviously would be desirable, or something that's really subtle, weak, or very energetic and over caffeinated. So I'm just gonna have to wait and see. But I thought that was quite interesting. He also had a lot of difficulties with the drought this year, and it affected the quality of his teas quite drastically, and even affected the productions of his teas pretty drastically, to the point of affecting business. So believe it or not, I'm gonna try this. A little tea gel. This will be fun. Yeah, Lane gave me this. She said they were very expensive, but of course, she may not want to drink them, hence giving them to me if very expensive. They have a very good design. There's obviously a stamp or an emblem on these. It's a little hard to read, but they're kind of like in a square. Oh wow, this is a ripe one. That's so interesting. The other one I had was a raw. So there goes the labeling, I guess. I thought they only did tea gels in ripe. And so when I tried the other one, I was shocked to see it was raw. Had the taste, the profile, the body feel, but the aroma was a little off. That is ripe, poor tea. No fishiness though, kind of a more smoky, woodsy characteristic. If you all want to try these, I think I have like 6, 8, or 9 of these. So if you order some of the Taiwan tea, just let me know. I'm happy to put in 1 or 2 of these tea gels. Very clear. That's always a good sign, translucency. I normally would never drink tea gels, but if Elaine gives me one, there's a chance that it probably is of high quality, given her network. Wow. Quite translucent, beautiful color. So weird. Tea gels are so weird. I've been drinking the Zhang Feng Ripe last few days, so it's gonna be hard to compete with that. It's not bad. I've had a lot of bad ripe pour in my life. It's clean. It's ripe. I'm trying to remember what kind of tea this reminds me of. It's surprisingly not that bad. It was so funny because she gave me like 8 or 9 of them, and then I dropped them on the floor and she like freaked out. Oh my god, it's so expensive, pick those up. So I don't know where or what company they're from. The raw one, I do remember the symbol was easy to see, so let me pull that out and see if this one's raw. Maybe it'll show the symbol of the company a little better. I'm not advocating that you all go out and try tea gel. Yeah, this one's the raw, because this is like a yellow color. Yeah, this is the one I had last time. What a weird concept. And then to use such good quality material to make tea gel. I don't know. It's not bad. I'd much rather drink the real thing, but it's not bad at all. Alrighty, y'all. Let's drink Infusion 2, if there is such a thing. It is weird because you see like this dark kind of stream coming off of the gel. I'm gonna make it real strong. See how the taste profile holds up. If you all are typing, let me know. For some reason I can't see the types. If you're typing comments. Oh no, they're showing up. Also, Patreon update. So this month, a little light on content, unfortunately. Just my career, my financial advising is just starting to take up so much of my time as I build my practice. So I've started to really think about, I feel I want to deliver value if I'm going to offer some type of Patreon service, and also be respectful of that if you all are going to support this project. So I think I've said this a few times, but I've finally come to a decision. But I think I'll continue to do live streams, free live streams every once in a while, do videos on YouTube, etc. But for the Patreon, I think after this season, once the tea arrives, we'll do videos of the new tea, catch all that fun stuff with the tea. But then after it arrives, probably July or so, maybe August, September, I will be officially winding down the Patreon. So I'll be closing out. If you all want to be subscribed, I'm going to automatically kind of shut it off at that period of time, July, September. So I want to appreciate all your support so far. I just feel like I'm not bringing enough value to the Patreon. So we're going to go through this season, do the reviews, tasting notes of all those teas. That'll be a lot of fun. And then we're just going to switch all the content to YouTube only, which will be free. So I'll just be doing live streams and videos when I have time. I just probably won't be as consistent. And we'll be removing that Patreon portion. So if there's any particular types of teawares or teas you're most interested in, please be sure to reach out to me in the next few months so we can facilitate those orders if that is something you are interested in. Otherwise, you can continue to look forward to live streams on YouTube and content that I release on YouTube. But I'll probably will be removing the Patreon portion after July. So that's kind of the update there. Sorry if it's a bummer to some of you folks, but I just want to make sure I deliver that kind of type of good content to you all. Otherwise, I can just use the YouTube platform and people can access that for free, which is great. So that's an update on that side. I wanted to give you all kinds of heads notice on that. In terms of, wow, that is a lot more smoky. Not as pleasant, as sweet as the first infusion. Still very clean, very translucent. But that's when it starts to drift from the type of pour tea I like. But you can see it just gets stuck on the edge of the glass there. TJ. So that's the update on that side, y'all. In terms of what's going on the next few months, we're going to be doing that Taiwan ship that's going to arrive. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be doing wet, dry storage comparison videos. Then the new teas will arrive from Danong, which I'm very excited about. Probably going to buy a few stacks of those. Update in the tea world. What pour tea should I be buying now? The only reason I'm probably going to start winding down the Patreon in July is because there's just not enough teas coming out. Because obviously Danong is winding down their business model, so it's like, what kind of content can I do that's not already quite exclusive of what I've already done? I have a lot of kind of my stories about high quality teas, how to diagnose quality tea. Now we have a good amount of videos on YouTube. I just don't want to continue to repeat myself also. So I think there's just enough content out there. We've done a good job getting it out there and built this cool YouTube channel. Now it's there. There's only so much I can go above and beyond that, beyond the basics. And there's also no teas coming out, so there's less I can do, less content I can create. So we'll do a Taiwan wet storage, dry storage in comparison. We're going to do the Chu Yu cake, which will be a lot of fun. I'll probably do 2 or 3 videos on that tea as it develops and opens up. I'm also going to revisit teas like Mountain Oasis. I'm probably going to do a few live streams of the famous mountain teas in those little boxes to tell you how to best prepare those. I've been preparing them in teapots and gaiwans. If you want the sweetness and fragrance, you have to use a Gaiwan. However, I've noticed a lot better body feeling from a teapot. And then the other two videos for the rest of the year that will be coming out will be teapot versus Gaiwan, what to expect and when to use either. That was one topic I did not go into depth with a short condensed video yet. So that's what y'all can look forward to. So much better. That's a Zing Feng, right? Picks up little berry notes, creaminess, sweetness. I've been drinking this tea like just non-stop. So good. Alrighty, y'all. Unless y'all don't have any questions, things like that, I probably will be logging off. Thanks for tuning in. I want to get one of these live streams in before the next month. I'll get those Taiwan tea orders out swiftly. As soon as they arrive, you can probably expect them on your doorsteps late May. It'll be fun. But thanks y'all for joining. Enjoy your incredible teas. Share your stories, teas you're drinking, put them in the comments below. And I look forward to chatting with you all down the line. Take care, y'all.